Ice Age, interval of geological time between 2 million and 10,000 years ago, during which the northern hemisphere experienced several episodes of continental glacial advance and retreat along with a climatic cooling. The icing over of Antarctica was also completed during this time. Ileum, the third and last section of the small intestine. Immune system, one of the 11 major body organ systems in vertebrates, defends the internal environment against invading microorganisms and viruses and provides defense against the growth of cancer cells. Immunoglobulins, the classes of protein to which antibodies belong. The 5 classes are IgD, IgM, IgG, IgA, and IgE. Implantation, the process in which the blastocyst embeds in the endometrium. Incus, one of the 3 bones comprising the middle ear of mammals. Inflammation, a reaction to the invasion of microorganisms through the skin or through the epithelial layers of the respiratory, digestive, or urinary system. Characterized by 4 signs: redness, swelling, heat, and pain. Ingestive feeders, animals that ingest food through their mouth. Inheritance of acquired characteristics, Lamarck's view that features acquired during an organism's lifetime would be passed on to succeeding generations, leading to inheritable change in species over time. Initiation, the first step in translation, occurs when a messenger RNA molecule, a ribosomal subunit, and a transfer RNA molecule carrying the first amino acid bind together to form a complex, begins at the start codon on mRNA. Initiation codon AUG, 3 base sequence on the messenger RNA that codes for the amino acid methionine, the start command for protein synthesis. Insertion, a type of mutation in which a new DNA base is inserted into an existing sequence of DNA bases. This shifts the reference frame in protein synthesis, resulting sometimes in altered amino acid sequences. Insulin, a hormone secreted by the pancreas that stimulates the uptake of glucose by body cells. Insulin works antagonistically with glucagon to control blood sugar levels. Integration, the process of combining incoming information, one of the functions of the nervous system. Integumentary system, the skin and its derivatives, hair, nails, feathers, horns, antlers, and glands, which in multicellular animals protect against invading foreign microorganisms and prevent the loss or exchange of internal buds. Interferons, proteins released by cells in response to viral infection, activate the synthesis and secretion of antiviral proteins. Internodes, the stem region between nodes in plants. Interstitial, being situated within a particular organ or tissue. Inversion, a reversal in the order of genes on a chromosome segment. Ion, an atom that has lost or gained electrons from its outer shell and therefore has a positive or negative charge respectively, symbolized by a superscript, plus or minus sign, and sometimes a number. Example, H+, Na+1, Cl-2. Isotopes, atoms with the same atomic ionic bond, a chemical bond in which atoms of opposite charge are held together by electrostatic attraction. Isotonic, term applied to 2 solutions with equal solute concentrations. Isotopes, atoms with the same atomic number but different numbers of neutrons, indicated by adding the mass number to the element's name. Example, carbon 12 or 12C. Jejunum, the second portion of the small intestine. Karyotype, the chromosomal characteristics of a cell, also a representation of the chromosomes aligned in pairs. Keratin, a family of fibrous structural proteins. Keratinocytes, the basic cell type of the epidermis, produced by basal cells in the inner layer of the epidermis. Kidney stones, crystallized deposits of excess waste such as uric acid, calcium and magnesium that may form in the kidney. Kilocalorie, the energy needed to heat 1000 grams of water from 14.5 to 15.5 degrees Celsius. Kinetochores, structures at the centromeres of the chromosomes to which the fibers of the mitotic spindle connect. Kingdoms, 5 broad taxonomic categories: Monera, Protista, Plantae, Fungi, Animalia, into which organisms are grouped based on common characteristics. Klinefelter syndrome, in humans, a genetically determined condition in which the individual has 2 X and 1 Y chromosome. Affected individuals are male and typically tall and infertile. Labia majora, the outer folds of skin that cover and protect the genital region in women. Lactose intolerance, a genetic trait characterized by the absence of the enzyme lactase, which breaks down lactose, the main sugar in milk and other dairy products. Langerhans cells, epidermal cells that participate in the inflammatory response by engulfing microorganisms and releasing chemicals that mobilize immune system cells. Larva, the stage in the development of many insects and other organisms, including sea urchins and sponges. In sponges, sexual reproduction results in the production of motile ciliated larvae. Larynx, a hollow structure at the beginning of the trachea. The vocal cords extend across the opening of the larynx. Laurasia, the northern part of the supercontinent of Pangaea, composed of the present-day North America, Europe and Asia. Law of the minimum holds that population growth is limited by the resources in shortest supply. L-DOPA, a chemical related to dopamine that is used in the treatment of Parkinson's disease. Leaf primordia, young leaves recently formed by the shoot apical meristem located at the tip of the shoot. Leaves, the site of photosynthesis, one of the 3 major organs in plants. Leukocytes, white blood cells, primarily engaged in fighting infection. Lichens, autotrophic organisms composed of a fungus, sac or club fungus, and a photosynthetic unicellular organism. Example, cyanobacterium or algae in a symbiotic relationship. They are resistant to extremes of cold and drought and can grow in marginal areas such as Arctic tundra. Life history, the age at sexual maturity, age at death, and age at other events in an individual's lifetime that influence reproductive traits. Ligaments, dense parallel bundles of connective tissue that strengthen joints and hold the bones in place. Light reactions, the photosynthetic process in which solar energy is harvested and transferred into the chemical bonds of ATP, can occur only in light. Lignin, a polymer in the secondary cell wall of woody plant cells that helps to strengthen and stiffen the wall. Related term, Lignified. Lipids, one of the four classes of organic macromolecules. Lipids function in the long-term storage of biochemical energy, insulation, structure and control. Examples of lipids include the fats, waxes, oils and steroids. Example, testosterone, cholesterol. Lipases, enzymes secreted by the pancreas that are active in the digestion of fats. Lithosphere, the solid outer layer of the earth, includes both the land area and the land beneath the oceans and other water bodies. Lobe-finned, fish with muscular fins containing large jointed bones that attach to the body, one of the two main types of bony fish. Lungs, sac-like structures of varying complexity where blood and air exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide, connected to the outside by a series of tubes and a small opening. In humans, the lungs are situated in the thoracic cavity and consist of the internal airways, the alveoli, the pulmonary circular vessels, and elastic connective tissues. Luteal phase, the second half of the ovarian cycle where the corpus luteum is formed, occurs after ovulation. Lymphatic circulation, a secondary circulatory system that collects fluids from between the cells and returns it to the main circulatory system. The circulation of the lymphatic system, which is part of the immune system. Lymphatic system, a network of glands and vessels that drain interstitial fluid from body tissues and return it to the circulatory system. Lymph huts, contractile enlargements of vessels that pump lymph back into the veins, found in fish, amphibians and reptiles. Lymphocytes, white blood cells that arise in the bone marrow and mediate the immune system response, include T cells and B cells. Lysosomes, membrane-enclosed organelles containing digestive enzymes. The lysosomes fuse with food vacuoles, and enzymes contained within the lysosomes chemically break down and/or digest the food vacuole's contents.